What up, YouTube? Coming at you here with a video. Um, Figured I'd make this again. Try it out again. Had a couple people, well, a lot of people asked me why did I take it down. Um, I took it down. A little frustrated, but I figured that I'd just remake it anyway. Maybe things will come out better. So I'll tell you all about me. Um, I'm a big Atlanta Falcons fan, as you can see in the background. Favorite players, Brent Grimes, cornerback. PC, Virginia Tech as well. A lot of players from Virginia Tech. Um, Atlanta Hawks fan, and I'm a big Sixers fan too. I can't help it. It doesn't make much sense, but it is what it is. Can't really help that. It's always been a Sixers fan, especially since Iverson was there. um, I just kind of like the Atlanta Hawks too. I mean, that's been my two favorite teams. And but about me, I grew up playing football. I'm 27 years old now. Grew up playing football in middle school, high school. Um, Played defensive tackle, um, tight end, and I was pretty good. I wasn't like the best player on the team. I wasn't gonna make it to get any serious offers, but from any serious colleges or anything like that. But I was all right. I wasn't bad. I always loved defense because you always get to put that hit on somebody and you'd feel it too, and it was a good feeling. Sometimes it wasn't a good feeling. Other times it was. Um, Played basketball because I was pretty tall. I mean, I'm 6'4". I'm not like the tallest dude in the world, but back then, I mean, in high school, I was considered pretty freaking tall. So I really enjoyed that. Uh, all that kind of stuff. And I always had a lot of problems in school with getting in trouble. Just dumb stuff that it could have been. Uh, I had a learning disability, depression, anxiety, panic attacks. I never could figure out why I had these problems. And kind of just grinded it out through high school. Did my thing. Thought I was invincible like every high school kid does or is. Um, and I started going to school, 11th, 12th grade, half day in 11th grade, full day in 12th grade. So I took 2 years. Um, and I had things going for me. Graduated, which I never thought I would. My mom didn't even think I would. Um, and had things going for me. Um, Worked for a few years. I graduated in 2003. Worked for a few years. Um, but again, these panic attacks kept hitting me so bad. At times, I couldn't even function in life. Um, in 2004, went in and saw a psychiatrist, and went in and saw him, and he put me on some medications, a bunch of crap that didn't mix. It shouldn't even have been put together, and basically over a 2 week span, started shutting down my kidneys and liver. So I didn't go back to him ever again. Literally, I was like, I didn't know what was going on until later on down the road. But got off that stuff. Continued to work, grind it out a little bit, little by little. And in 2005, it like hit me hard. Had some um, in the mornings, like when you get up to go to work, you don't really feel a whole lot. You don't have a lot of cares in the morning because you're so out of it. So these attacks wouldn't hit you in the morning. But when I get off, say 4, 5, 6 o'clock, whenever time I get off, on the way home, the traffic, your mind is aware more of what's going on. You think about things too much. And that's what I used to do. I used to think about things way too much. It wasn't fun. And these panic attacks would hit you to the point where, I couldn't even drive. It got that bad. So, 2005, I drove home one night, and it was like the worst attack I'd ever gotten. If anybody that ever has panic attacks knows where I'm coming from. Anxiety and panic are a little different. I still get anxiety to this day. But on with the story. 2005, I drove home. I got home. I quit my job the next day. Couldn't go back. I wouldn't leave the house. I didn't leave the house for over 2 years, unless I had to. The only time I really left the house was when I was forced to leave the house, because it was my comfort zone. It's where I felt comfortable. I literally had to be pushed to go to therapy for this panic, and it sucked. It wasn't a very long drive. It was maybe 10 minutes. But that 10 minutes was the longest 10-minute ride there and back that it felt like a never ending, it was never going to end. But met a great counselor, and basically what happened was when these panic attacks were going on, I was giving in to them. They were, I don't know how to say it. Basically, I retrained my brain in the wrong way, and I gave in to them, and I didn't leave the house. I lost a lot of friends, because they didn't understand it. They're like, they ask you to do something, you want to come show or whatever. I wouldn't leave. I always made an excuse. I always had an excuse for everything. That was why, because they never really understood what I was going through. So I saw this new counselor. I actually see him to this day still. His name's Dr. Willard. Pretty much changed my life. And he changed me. It helped me. He retrained my brain, literally. He helped me. I mean, it took a lot of work for me as well. But he helped me get through and deal with these problems. So that was that. I went back to work again, I believe 2008, and I actually was able to drive again. I couldn't drive for a couple years. Went back to work, and one day I'm not gonna make this extremely long. One day I went back, got this horrible gallbladder attack, and I went in for surgery. They took me in for surgery, did the surgery, and they talked to me afterwards and said that, this isn't normal. I had these stones that were like, I got pictures of it, that were like yay big. I had thickening of the walls of my gallbladder. It was like so bad that they said this isn't normal for like a 26-year-old male. So I went and got some further testing. At Hershey Medical Center. It was one of the best hospitals. My brother wouldn't even be alive today if it wouldn't be for them. So I went to them. Never could get any answers from anybody else. They always said, well, this could be wrong or that could be wrong or whatever. You got to live with it. So they did some testing on me up at Hershey. Did some blood work, tested my IgG levels in my blood, and said that I had common variable immune deficiency, which is known as CVID. So basically, what CVID is your body can't fight off infection. Right now, I figured it would be the best time to make the video. this is what I got to do every week. It's actually right. It was right here on 50, um, about an hour ago, and it's now about half an hour ago. It was. What it is 3 needles I got to put in my stomach. And it's not fun at all, but they're not. It's not horrible. It's part of what I got to go through. Basically, this um, gives my immune system a little bit of a fight because my body doesn't really have. I don't really have the life expectancy of a normal human being. Because the chances of me getting an infection from someone, like say pneumonia or something like that, are so much higher. The risks are just so much higher, and that's why I just had the sinus surgery to clear that stuff out. That way, an infection can't set in horribly. And yeah, I was I had the CVID. It bummed me out for a long time. But I had to start changing the way I thought about that. I mean, what do you think about? I'm on Social Security disability now. I can't work full time. I'm too much of a risk to actually get insurance. Um, I wish every day I could get up and complain about going to work because I miss it. Um, I'm too much of a risk for an insurance company. Say something would happen and they'd have to pay. It's just too much for them out of their pocket, and I won't ever get a full-time job again. And then I would lose my treatments permanently. Um, and they're running around 10 to 12,000 a month, depending on expensive stuff. So I'm not proud of it, but I'm me. I mean, that's just me. It was hard for me to accept it first, but the way I look at it now is every day, you gotta live every day like it's your last, or try to at least. Try to live every day like it's your last. Because I mean, I'm not gonna have the life of a 80 or 90 or 100-year-old person. But the way I look at it is if a normal human being can walk out tomorrow and get hit by a bus and get hit, I mean, and be dead, and here I am standing still alive. So it's a risk that life is a risk alone. Every day we wake up is a day closer to death. I mean, and it's hard, but it's something that you learn to deal with. Like when I walk out in the public, people don't know that have this issue. People don't know this. There's people that have worse things than me, like my brother. My brother gives me a lot of strength. He has cerebral palsy. He's almost died. He almost died about 6 or 7 times. He's had easily over 15 to 20 surgeries on his stomach alone, the same area from bowel obstructions. Can't walk, can't talk, but he's the happiest dude. I mean, you guys have seen him. He now has a feeding tube. He can't eat food anymore or drink. And he gives me a lot of strength. That's something I didn't mention in yesterday's video. So this video actually is better. I'm more relaxed. Because I want to get my story out there. And it's a positive story. I mean, people may think of it as this isn't such a negative thing. Yeah, but it is a positive story. I mean, because the panic attacks have decreased. The anxiety has decreased. I'm living on my own now. And one day I hope to get out there in the world and to go back to school for something, even part-time, and to help people that have this same disease or even that have panic attacks. Because I'm a very caring individual when it comes to panic. I know some people that have had panic attacks. The person that helped me, my doctor, Dr. Willard, he actually used to have panic attacks as well, and that's how he helped me train my brain to get to where I am now. I would love to get out there and to talk to people about panic attacks. I'm a goofy ass dude on here. I joke. I like to have fun. I like to have fun in life. I was always a class clown in school. I always got in trouble for that stuff. I just love to have fun. And that's me. What you're seeing here is no joke on YouTube. This is me. But when it comes to being serious and being real with somebody and about living a normal life or as normal as they can live it, I love to talk to them and get their life back to the way it should be. You know, I complain about dumb shit. I do. Honest to God, I complain about dumb shit. We all do. It's something. It's a flaw in every one of us. And but there's a lot more that I could complain about that I don't. That's pretty much my story. I love working on cars. Worked on cars my entire life, building motors up, putting them. It's just my whole life. And it was pretty much all taken away from me. And I could sit here and bitch and moan and groan all day, but I won't. That's not me. Um, and if I could ever be an inspiration to somebody, that'd be great. I mean, that'd be awesome. I'd love to just talk to people and about my disease, and talk to people and try and keep their spirits up. Because it wasn't easy to accept when I first found out, whatsoever. I mean, it was pretty miserable. Um, but like I said, everything I think happens for a reason. It's hard for me to sometimes to believe that, but I believe it does. My brother and me are brothers. I have another older brother, but he's pretty normal. But and I believe that me and my little brother are together for a reason on this earth. Um, and if I ever lost him, that would be the worst thing that ever happened to me. My wife, I got a wonderful wife. She has her moments, but I think every woman does. And my mom, I have to thank my mom. Them two, I wouldn't be here today. Um, I hope I could help everybody out. I mean, I hope this story was good enough. And I appreciate all the comments, everything from you guys in here. I love you guys. Um, all the support. I appreciate everything. Um, and it means a lot. Um, what you see is what you get. And that's about it for me, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Sorry this is so long, but some people wanted me to repost it, so I figured I'd respect that, and I will. And comments ratings will be disabled, so if you got something to say or you don't like it, say it down below. And that's it for me. Stay positive. I got my juice, so in a few hours I will be hyper. And peace, guys, and be safe.